Well, okay,
What?
this was pretty crazy. Last
Uh-huh.
year, I have a bit about this, but last year I was in Vermont and there doing the club, the Vermont Comedy Club. And after the show, I'm at the bar with my friend Carmen Lagala, who was featuring for me, and we're just hanging out, having a beer. She's from Vermont, so she said, "Let's go to this bar. It's cool." Some guy just walks up to me and he goes, he's hammered. It was University of Vermont, and I said no, and he goes, master's degree, and I said you're getting colder. And then he goes, I want to beat the shit out of all of you. But he's only looking at me. It's like me, Carmen, and two of her friends. He's only looking at me, and I'm like, this guy's like drunk and bluffing. Fuck him. I just turn around, start sipping my beer, and then uh, he takes a pint glass and smashes it over my head. And I was like, God damn it. I'm just in the moment. I was like, fucking asshole. I'm like in
I'm
shock a
gonna
little
have
bit.
to
Like,
kill you.
so I get up. Well, my first thought was I had a metal tripod for my camera. And I'm like, do I just swing this at this dude right now? But the other part of me is like, does he have a gun? I'm in Vermont. Like, this is like a carry state. So I'm just like,
I like how you never thought of prison and culpable homicide. You're like, he's
well, I don't think.
drunk.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, you're right. Maybe that's it's the funniest stuff. Your Honor, it was a tripod. This is not a weapon. But anyway, he, I get up slowly, like, just staring at him. He's just staring at me, and the two of the guys I'm with stood up with me, and I'm like, all right, they're pretty big. They're pretty. One of them's big. He was ready to go, and the guy just stares at me, and then he walks out, and he stares at me through the glass, like he's like hammered and starting shit. So true story. I yell out, "You all heard him call me Jew boy before he did it." I'm trying to up this to a hate crime, and everyone's like, "He didn't do that." I'm like, "I know he didn't," but I'm. So then they call the cops, and he's not getting far. He's hammered. He's like walking. The cops get him. Apparently, he went for the cops' gun. All right. He wanted. I think what happened was I found out later in the report he was trying to commit suicide by cop. He had just
No way.
been going through a divorce. He was blackout drunk, and yeah, they arrested him. And he, I hear from the victim's advocate of Vermont. They call me, and she said he's a therapist. And I was like, wow, well, not a great one probably. And what he did was a felony. So I mean, she said, do you want to come and testify? I was like, well, I don't think he should be a therapist. Like maybe he should do another job. And I think he can't practice therapy for 5 years as the punishment or something like. I don't know. I don't know how he's going to get back. Where have you been the last 5 years? I had a thing. Anyway, he. So yeah, it was a whole thing. I mean, pretty wild to me that he. That was in the last year. I thought was pretty wild. You just.
That was wild. Imagine when they asked him what he would like to say before he got sentenced, and he said, "Your Honor, I don't like the victim's cranky face." Oh
I
man, that
mean,
was so much fun. Thank you so much, man.
oh, thank you, Eugene. I really appreciate it, and it was nice to meet you guys.